Hi, BrenTech here, where tech is made simple. So according to the latest Statcounter survey results for April of 2023, Microsoft Edge is no longer the world's second most popular desktop browser. And I did mention this in the previous video I did post for their February survey results. So just to do a quick comparison between February and April of 2023. And the first surprise, as mentioned, is Edge has now moved into third place and has been overtaken by Safari, which is now in second place. And the next surprise, which I also mentioned previously, was that the 360 Secure browser had steadily been decreasing in its market share, which for February was still in sixth place, and as we can see has now been overtaken by Internet Explorer, which, believe it or not, has made a comeback because, as many of you will know, Internet Explorer is currently unsupported and has reached its end of life. So interesting that Internet Explorer, although no longer supported and has reached its end of life, is now among the top 6 desktop browsers used worldwide, according to Statcounter. Now, just to do a quick comparison between the other percentages between February and April of 2023, if you are interested, Opera has decreased from 3.21% down to 3.09%. And another interesting one to watch, as I have been mentioning previously, is Firefox, which seems to be decreasing steadily every month, according to Statcounter, in its market share, and once again has dropped from February, where it was on 6.84% and has now moved down to 5.65%. So this is an interesting one to watch. And then, as mentioned, Microsoft Edge, no longer the world's second most popular web browser. And although Microsoft Edge has reached 11%, it moved up from 10.84% to 11%, wasn't enough to keep it in second place. And as I did mention in my previous video, has now been overtaken and moved into third place overall, and that means Safari now is the second most popular desktop browser according to Statcounter. And Safari has increased from 10.14% from February to 11.87% for April. So interesting developments here between Safari and Edge, and this is also going to be another interesting one to watch between Edge and Safari. And then Google Chrome, as always, way out in front, and has actually very slightly increased in its market share. In February, it was on 66.12%, and for April, 66.13%. And if we just head over to the chart, which will just give us a wider angle and perspective, we can see Google Chrome way out in front at the top in the green and way ahead of the other desktop browsers. And then Edge and Safari, we can see Edge in the powder blue and Safari in the gray. Safari finally overtaking Microsoft Edge. And then Firefox in the orange. Since about December last year has been decreasing every month ever so slightly, as I have mentioned. And then Opera in the red. That seems to be kind of stable and kind of in a straight line, and this also applies to the other browsers, which is the dotted line. So Opera and the other browsers, which would be Brave and so on, and Vivaldi, they all seem to be very similar here at the bottom. So interesting. Chrome still way out in front. Safari has overtaken Edge to move into second place, and believe it or not, Internet Explorer has made a comeback, moving back into sixth place overall. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.